Hello students, welcome to all in my channel. So as we have already started chapter vectors, so I have uploaded one video. In that video we have done some definitions like what are the vectors, what are their types, we have already done. You can see my first video to start the second video, before to start the second video. So let's start today's next. Further we move after the definitions. So today we are going to start parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Parallelogram law of addition of vectors. So addition of vectors, in my first video I have already explained addition of vectors. Today parallelogram law of addition of vectors we will do it, right? So let's first we draw a parallelogram. Here it is an parallelogram. It is a parallelogram. So parallelogram definition you already know. So O, A, B, C. It is a, we have to take in order. We have vector A and B vector. It is A vector, B vector, and this is a diagonal of parallelogram, right? Now this is also B vector, and this is, you know, opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal and parallel, right? So what is let's see now. See in this figure, in triangle OAB, vectors we have taken in order, right? So we have, like, let's see, we have OA vector, OA plus AB vector. We have OA plus AB is equal to OB, right? So means it would be A plus B vector, right? So means A vector plus B vector is equal to OB vector, right? So this is means whenever, so now we can, it is also known as triangular law. This law is also known as triangular law. Now in triangle, let's see next, taken it more. A, B, C is a triangle. In this triangle, like it is A vector, B and C taken in order. So in triangular law I'm going to write, you have to just learn this, how to triangular law is used here. So I have like AB plus BC, AB plus BC, right? AB plus BC is equal to AC. Same. Next, BC plus CA is equal to BA, right? CA plus AB is equal to C. So in this way you can use it in your questions. So let's see how it is used. You have to see one more thing here. OA AB, this is equal to OB. In triangle law, like AB plus BC is equal to AC, not CA. Is that clear? AB plus BC is equal to AC. Same, BC plus CA is equal to B, right? So CA plus AB is equal to C. So in this way you can use this law. Next we do some examples. In those examples it would be clear, concept would be clear by using the examples. So now let's start. There are some properties of addition, like it is commutative, right? It is associative, additive. So these properties we will do later, or we can do in class, because in here we have to just use the concept how to find the addition by using parallelogram law. So these laws we will use in the questions when we have to solve the questions. Next is next concept is, now this is addition of vectors. Next is subtraction of vectors. Next concept is subtraction of vectors. How to find the subtraction of vector? How can we find the subtraction of vectors? subtraction of vectors. Subtraction of vectors. Subtraction of so this also we can use by using diagram. So I'll explain you in a diagram. Suppose we have a triangle, right? Triangle is O, A and B, right? So O, A, B, this is A, this is B vector, and obviously you know, ठीक है, OA plus AB is equal to OB. This is A plus B, A vector plus this is addition we have already done. Now we have to subtract. So we obviously we need sum of, subtraction of vectors means sum of vector A and minus B. ठीक है, subtraction means sum of vector A and minus of vector B. So now we need minus of vector B. So we can extend it up to same, right? It is suppose B dash. It is suppose B dash. So obviously these are parallel. I told you in my first video that collinear vectors, they are parallel, and also they could be opposite in sign. So if because these are collinear, right, and parallel equal also, these are equal but opposite in sign. So it is in upside and it is downside, it means minus B vector. Clear? So now obviously by using this law of triangle, we have OA plus AB, right? It would be equal to OB. ठीक है, would be equal to OB. So that would be, what is that? OA means A vector plus minus B vector is equal to OB. So means OB equal to A minus B vector. So in this way we can find out the subtraction of vectors. Clear? Right? In this way we can subtract the vectors. Right? So next we will take one example, right? To prove this, we can take one example to clear the concept for more clear. So we have to take one example. Let's take it. What is that? If A, B, C are vectors by sides of triangle, if A, B, C are vectors by sides of triangle taken in order, right? Taken in order. So we have to prove that A plus B plus C is equal to 0. Now let's see. We have a triangle. It's very easy. You just no need to solve it also. We can take A, B, C. A, B, C is a triangle, and we have taken A, B, C are vectors of sides of triangle. So let A, B is A vector taken in order, and this is B vector, and this is C vector, because these are taken in order. Now we will use here triangular law. So now solution or proof, we can say now A plus B plus C vector. So sides of triangle, it is AB plus BC plus CA. Now by using triangular law, it would be equal to, let's see, by using triangular law, AB plus BC is equal to AC, right? AC, it is CA. Now these are opposite in direction, so I can write minus CA. This is plus CA, because AC, if I'll write in opposite direction AC, so it would be minus CA, right? And this is CA, because both same opposite in direction, one is AC and one is CA, so they coincide, right? AC and CA I think I told you in my first video, null vector, zero vector. So when sides are coincides, then that would become a zero vector. Now AC and CA coincide, right? So it means it becomes zero vector. So this is proved that A plus B plus C vector when taken in order would be equal to 0. Is that clear? Right. Now next, one more example. We'll take one more example. One more example is here. We have now 4 vectors. So one more example, if P1, P2, P3, P4 are points in a plane. If P1, P2, P3, P4 are points in a plane, are points in a plane, right? Are points in a plane, and O is origin of, and O is origin of vectors, show that P4 coincide with O. Show that P4 coincide with O. If and only if P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 is equal to 0 vector, right? Sorry, not sorry, that is OP1 if and only if OP1 vector plus P1 P2 vector plus P2 P3 plus P3 P4 is equal to 0 vector. So this is, we have given OP1 vector plus P1 P2 vector plus P2 P3 vector plus P4 P3 P4 vector is equal to 0. We have to prove that P4 is coincide with 0, right? Means we have these vectors in this way. It's P1 P2 P3 P4. This is OP1 OP2, right? So we have to show that P4 coincide with O, means, so this we have to show. So let's start by this, because this we have given, right? So now let's see, take this one, these two, by using triangular law. What is triangular law? OP1 plus P1 P2, like see, this is triangle, this is also, right? Now P1 P2, OP1 we have OP1 and P1 P2, this we have OP1 plus P1 P2, that would be equal to OP2 by triangular law. This is OP2, right? Again next you can write clear beta, right? Now next we use these two by triangular law. Again we use triangular law here. What is OP2 plus P2 P3? OP2 plus P2 P3 is equal to OP3, right? It means it is OP3 next plus P3 P4 is equal to 0 vector. It is 0 vector, right? Now again apply triangular law on this also. OP3 plus P3, OP3 plus P3 P4, it is equal to OP4. It means OP4 is equal to 0. OP4 is equal to 0. It means P4 coincide with O. Clear? Because OP4 is equal to 0 means P4 coincide with, it's equal to 0 with 0 vector. So obviously this is coincide. Is that clear? In this way we have shown this, that this is coincide. So next take one more example. next one more example is there. Let's see. That is a little bit different than others. So take one more example. These right. If sum of two unit vectors is a unit vector. Question is, if sum of two unit vectors is a unit vector, right? Sum is also a unit vector. If sum of two unit vectors is also a unit vector, prove that the magnitude of their prove that the magnitude of prove that the magnitude of their difference prove that the magnitude of their difference is root 3. So it's important question also, right? We have to prove it. First we will draw a diagram, because here talking about difference, so we have to take addition and difference as well as, right? So first we will draw a diagram, same here, right? So it is O B OAB, right? It is A vector, right? It is A vector and it is B vector. So obviously this is A vector plus B vector, triangular law. We have already done earlier, right? So we have to find the difference. First we have to check, because these are unit vector, these are not vectors, these are unit vectors, right? Given these are unit vectors, right? These are unit vectors. First we have to check now, proof now, right? OB, you know, OB is equal to A unit vector plus B unit vector, right? Now because unit vector, so obviously इनका मॉडुलस 1 आएगा, because A is a unit vector, right? Because A is a unit vector means A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 1 and A sum is also equal to 1. Unit vector we can say it by cap. I have already told you, by capping it is unit vector. So obviously their modulus would be equal. So it means these three are equal. So it means what is that? Triangle OAB is an equilateral. Equilateral triangular. So if it is equilateral, so each angle would be equal to 60. Because we have to find the difference. So difference would be here, right? So we have to show that magnitude of their difference. We have to find the magnitude of the difference. So we need to find out the difference. So obviously we will reduce this side by this. This is would be B dash. So this is this would be minus B, right? So it could be here. So if OA OB, so it means this is equal to OB dash is equal to A unit vector minus B unit vector, right? So we have to find out this. Now let's see. This is because this A and this is B and both are equal, because now so it means OA equal to OB, OA equal to A dash, AB dash. So it means triangle OAB dash is an isosceles, right? Is an isosceles. OAB is an isosceles triangle. So right, so it means if this right, like it is 120-degree angle, so it means obviously this would be 30 and this would be 30, because sum is 180, if is 120, so sum of these two is 60, because this is isosceles triangle. So if this is isosceles triangle, opposite angles are equal, so that is why this is 30, this is 30. So now triangle BOB dash is equal to 90-degree, 60 plus 30, right? 60 plus 30, we have to find the magnitude of this. So if this is a right angle triangle, it means this is an hypotenuse, it means B dash square by using BB dash square by using right angle draw. So it is OB dash square plus OB square. Is that clear? Now BB dash means B unit vector minus of minus B unit vector square is equal to OB means square, and it is A unit vector plus B unit vector square, and it is this square. Means BB, which I can write it if it is not understanding to you, so I can write it in this way. Let's see, because space is less, that is why it is difficult to like I'll write here. It is AB minus BB dash, can write AB plus AB dash, right? BB dash means AB plus AB dash, so this is BB dash. So now it can be, it is A vector minus B unit vector square, it is A vector plus B unit vector square. Is that clear? Now what is this? Is B, this is minus of B, right? Now next, because space is very less, so that is why it problem is faced. Let's see, and so I can read. So now let's see. AB dash. It would be of opposite. B dash means B dash A, sorry, yeah, B dash A. It would be B dash A. So what is there? We can say easily, we can say AB is B and that is minus. So we can write AB plus minus AB dash. A unit vector plus B unit vector square, A unit vector minus B unit vector square. So it is 2. We can write it, it is BB, 2B, B unit vector minus of minus B unit vector square, it is plus square, right? So it is 2B unit vector square. So it is 1, obviously A unit vector is 1 square plus A unit vector minus B unit vector square. So it we can say 2 and 2 square, 1 plus square. So what is that? This is 4. B is a unit vector, so it is 1. So we have 4. It means we have 4 is equal to 1 plus a unit vector minus b unit vector square. So it is 4 minus 1 is equal to 4 minus 1 is equal to a unit vector minus b unit vector ka square. So next is, so it is 3. So obviously you can know this is whatever our question is that is proved 3 is equal to a unit vector minus b unit vector square. So it means difference of unit vector, let's see, difference of unit vector is equal to under root of 3. Under root of 3, this is proved. This we have proved. So what we did here, because it is a little bit long but it is very easy. So first we have to prove that this is an isosceles triangle by using unit vector, because A is unit vector, so modulus of A is 1, modulus of B is 1, right? So this is also unit vector, so modulus of A plus B is also 1. So it is an isosceles triangle, right? So after that we have to find the difference. So this is B, this is minus B. So we have to find that this is an isosceles triangle. So angle is 30 degree. Now this is 90 degree. So this is a right angle triangle. So by using right angle triangle, identity of right angle triangle, hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. We have to find that the difference, magnitude of difference of this, that is equal. Magnitude means modulus, right? So that is equal to under root of 3. So this was it is important question also. So next, multiplication of vector by a scalar. So one last question is there. Let's see. So by using this concept also, next concept is multiplication of a scalar by a vector. Whenever we multiply any scalar to vector, what happened? So last concept of today's video. So we'll do one question also. So what is that? Let's see. So multiplication of a vector by scalar. So multiplication of a vector by scalar. When we have to multiply, whenever we have multiply vector by scalar, so what happened? You have to just it's simple concept is there. Suppose I'll prove it by diagonal. Suppose this is a vector. This is a vector. Whenever we multiply it by m, suppose this is m a vector, right? So if we multiply by 2 means 2, it's 2a. So automatically this would be half of 2. These are scalars. 1, 2, half. These are scalars. So in this way, these vectors would be parallel and collinear. Whenever we multiply any scalar with any vector, these will be parallel. And here definition is there. I am going to read. If A is a vector, then obviously if A is a vector, then MA, where M is scalar, where M is any scalar, is also a vector, right? When A is any vector, so when we multiply with it by scalar, that would also be a vector, right? So accordingly you can length, these would be always parallel, right, or coincide. And next then M is also a vector whose magnitude we can say whose magnitude is m times a vector, means its magnitude would be equal to m times of a vector. Example, let A is vector and 3 is any vector, right? So it means 3A is also vector. Now find out the magnitude, right? Magnitude means right? Modulus of 3, so it is 3. So what is magnitude? And its magnitude and magnitude of it, right? So what is definition? Ki whose magnitude is m times a vector, like its magnitude is mod of a, and magnitude of this 3a, it is 3 of mod a, means magnitude of this vector is 3 times, because 3 is a, what is 3 is a 3 scalar, so 3 times of a vector. So magnitude is always m times of a vector. Clear? So this was your and it could be opposite, and one thing more, direction could be opposite. Suppose it is at 2a, so if I have to write minus 2a, so it could be like that. If it is minus, then direction would be opposite. Whenever negative of a vector, so direction would be opposite, right? So these the properties are also there. Scalar or multiplications, there are some properties, but we'll do it later. So now next, last example, I'm going to solve last example of this, so then today's video will be finished. So let's see one example and last example of today's topic, right? So that is, example is that if C is equal to, if C is equal to 3a plus 4b and 2c is equal to a minus 3b, right? If these are the vectors, show that, we have to show that, number 1, show that C and A, vector C and A have same direction, and modulus magnitude of C is greater than magnitude of A. Second is C and B have opposite direction. Vector C and vector B have opposite direction, and magnitude of C greater than magnitude of B, right? These two we have to solve, right? Now solution. First, 2C is equal to, we have 2C is equal to A minus 3B, means we have to take relation C and A, so B we have to split, right? So we have to find a value, substitute the value of C here. Substitute the value of C here, we have 3a plus 4b is equal to a minus 3b, right? So it is 6a plus 8b is equal to a minus 3b, right? So it could be, a could be here 5a and plus 11b is equal to 0, or you can say 5a is equal to minus 11b, right? So means a is equal to minus 11 over 5b. Sorry, we have to find C and A. So A, we have value of A here. We will substitute this, and B is equal to minus 5 over 11a. Substitute value of B in in 1. Okay, this is 1 in 1. So we have C is equal to 3a plus 4b. Value of b is minus 5 over 11a. Because why we use this? Because we have to find the relation C and A. So we have to eliminate b. So what is here? C is equal to 3a minus 20 over 11a. So it is 33 minus 23 by 11a. 33 minus 20 means 13 by 11a. So it means same direction. Vector C is equal to 13 because it is a scalar. I told you whenever we multiply any vector with a scalar, so those would be in parallel, and direction depends upon this, because this is equal to positive direction. So it means C and A have same direction, because same sign, so same direction, right? Now it is same direction. Secondly, we have to find modulus of magnitude of C. Now magnitude of C, substitute value of C, that is 13 over 11 A magnitude. Obviously this is greater than A magnitude because C's value is 13 over 11 A, so obviously this is greater than A, right? So it means magnitude of C is greater than magnitude of A. Now second, this is for second, you can do yourself. Second, we have to put here in one, when in this we have to eliminate, we have eliminate B, and here we have to eliminate A. So means we have to substitute value of A here. So in same way you can do, and that would be of different sign, negative sign be there, so means that would be of opposite direction, and you can solve it by yourself. So today's video is up to this, because otherwise it will be very long video, so it will be very difficult for me to upload the video. So today it's sufficient, so you can practice at home. You can use NCERT book as well as RD Sharma book, reference book, solve examples also, solve some of exercises also. In this way the concept would be clear more. So okay, thanks.